Hey, thanks for being here. This is John Eliason. What if you really could rearrange business to support the life that you envision? You'd have the money that you need. You have the time that you want. That was my question too. I mean, it's really the ideal, isn't it? Problem is that this idea is not business as usual. They don't teach this stuff in school or in books or in seminars. But if you really want it, then what? I mean, when you still really want it so bad, like you're underwater and you need air, what do you do? In my case, I figured, if it's to be, it's up to me because I dove in like my life depended on it. I didn't know what I'd find, but I knew something had to give. It was like a quest. It was really hard. But when it came up, it was like I had pieces of what would become a whole new way of thinking about business and doing business called Rewire. It was simpler, more productive than anything I'd seen, and certainly better than any of the gurus that ever taught me. I doubled my income in about a year. I went from $47,000, the old-fashioned struggle, like we're usually taught, to $105,000 of business that came in much better. It continued to roll in. And I wasn't working any more hours than I was before, just using those hours differently. That was key. Life started changing. And then it was like, wait a second, I've got choices. One, I could maintain that income and probably figure out how to work even less because I'd set it up so business rolls to me. Or two, I thought, wait a second, could I make this into something bigger by building a system that grows and grows and grows and grows and rolls even more and more business to me? Yeah, I could, and that's what happened. Imagine, this is what really happened. I increased my income about 100%, like you saw, and then it went up to about 225%. It went up and up and up to 200,000 or 2,000% and more. It was a big deal, and still it didn't take any more time. And I had the money I needed and the time I wanted. Life was better. Here you go. Things like this started showing up in the garage. And I wrote this book, and now it's working for others too. You can see a lot of the testimonials. And it's really, really it's good people who want to get there faster. They're getting there faster. And then the lab. I mean, why create a lab? Well, it's because we're always reaching for what's next. Every day life changes, business changes. You wake up and it's like, geez, what happened to yesterday? When you have access to the lab, there's two ways we can help you understand what you need to know to get where you want to go sooner. One is what we did differently. You own our notes, the track, the stories, the ideas, the methods and systems and thinking that work, those things that really is like big advancements, and those things that didn't. They're equally important. And really, you get the recipe that gave us freedom. Number two is to see what we're doing differently today to reach for what's next. You get our new observations, our new thoughts, our new ideas, our new tests. You'll see what works, and again, equally important, what doesn't. And if you see something that strikes you, take it, test it, make it better. I'd love to share it with me. I want to know. And you may find the piece you've been missing. The insight might be absolutely priceless. So if you're new in business and just want to save a huge amount of time, what's that saying? Learning from your own mistakes is overrated. Couldn't agree more. And if you just want to follow a model that really seems to work, I mean, this is what we teach our people. And if you're already successful, you know the value of exchanging information with other thought leaders. Sometimes it's a small commitment, $10 a month. We've priced it low so money doesn't get in the way of you getting free. So you get our notes. Number one, what we did differently that shored us up and set us free. Number two, what we're doing differently today. What we see, what we're thinking, what we're testing. We spent some time together here today. You probably want more in life and business. Join the lab. You won't be disappointed. I guarantee it. Thanks. Talk to you soon.